It's Jaime K, and this is a new episode of Save the Kales. It has been quite a while. I have moved, as you can see. Welcome to my beautiful new giant kitchen. I'm going to be able to teach cooking classes here. It's this huge open space, so there's lots of good stuff to come. The video I'm going to make for you today is inspired by a friend of mine named Tim, who plays for the band Strand of Oaks, and he reads the blog, and he sent me an email one day saying, my girlfriend and I are trying to go vegetarian, but we have a really limited budget, and how can we eat a lot more vegetarian food on a budget? And I will tell you that if you stay away from the processed vegetarian foods like veggie burgers and stuff like that all the time and actually eat whole foods, you can do that for so cheap. So stay tuned. I'm going to show you a few things to keep in your pantry, and if you have these on hand, you can make a lot of really tasty, inexpensive meals. So keep watching, and thanks, Tim. Okay guys, the first thing I'm going to talk about today are the perishable items that I want you to always have in your pantry. But first, as you can see, we have a guest host today, Pierogi. What's up, Pierogi? Would you like to give a shout out? No? Okay. So the first things that I think you should have in your pantry, and try and keep these on hand at all times, are ginger, garlic, and fresh lemon. I use at least one of these in seriously almost every single thing that I make. Fresh ginger obviously has a really strong flavor. It can be used when you're making Asian dishes or stir fries, added to muffins for a really good flavor. Garlic, I don't really think I need to explain that. It's good in everything, absolutely everything. Make sure you have it in. I will tell you, up until recently, I've always stored this in the fridge. Don't store it in the fridge. I have it in this little Tupperware container, and I just put that in the cabinet, and that keeps it a lot more, it keeps it from going bad quicker, and it's also a lot easier to peel when it's not cold, so don't store it in the fridge. And fresh lemon juice makes anything you cook brighten up, and it just has this really incredible flavor, and especially lemon zest. If you don't already have one of these guys, a microplane zester, get one. They're about $12 or $13, and you will thank me forever, because with the microplane zester, you can mince garlic, ginger, and lemon zest so fast. Don't ever chop garlic ever again. Just get one of these, and it will be amazing. So get one of these, and get all of these. Okay, the next thing I want to talk to you about are soy foods, and this is not necessarily tofu, although this is tofu, and I'll get to that. Miso, this is a paste. This is what you would get when you have miso soup, and if you can see that, it's kind of this thick, I'm going to come closer. It's like a thick, kind of creamy, looks almost like peanut butter, kind of, but this is made from fermented soybeans, and I know that's going to sound kind of weird and gross, but they're fermented soybeans. And here's another kind of gross sounding thing, but it's really good for you. Hi, Pierogi. It has an enzyme in it, a type of fungus that is high in B12, and B12 is one of, if not the only vitamin that is oftentimes difficult to find if you eat a vegan diet, because most sources of B12 come from animal sources, but there are ways to get B12 without eating animal products, and this is one of them. So miso is used in all kinds of things, salad dressings. I do a vegan Caesar salad dressing that has miso, and it's so tasty and so yummy. So you can probably get this whole pack for about $4, and you can put it in all kinds of stuff, or again, just drink it like tea. It's going to be really good for you. And in 1 tablespoon of this, you actually get 2 grams of protein. So there's protein in this too, because it's from soy. The next thing is silken tofu. These are great to have because you can put silken tofu in so many things. You can make creamy salad dressings, you can make like frozen kind of creamy, custardy textured desserts with it, all kinds of stuff. And this is just a really good food to add a specific texture, and it's going to take on the flavor of anything you add to it. And they're in these aseptic packages, which means you can just keep them in your pantry like, you know, forever and ever, not literally, but for a very, very long time, and they're gonna be fine. So these are great to have on hand. The last thing is tamari. Tamari is basically soy sauce. It's a different type of soy sauce, and actually just has a little bit more flavor. So any recipe that calls for soy sauce, I replace that with tamari. You can use either one, but I think that this is just a better flavor instead of just tasting salty. All right, next we have our sesame foods. And so to start off, these are just some sesame seeds that I have toasted. Just look for regular white sesame seeds. You can find them in a bulk bin at a supermarket, and all you do is put them in a pan on your stove, and with no oil, no butter or anything, and just toast them up. And they literally pop when they get cooked. They start popping, so they're going to fly out of your pan and probably all over your stove and all over the floor. But they're gonna get nice and brown and fragrant. You can sprinkle them on salads or just on top of dishes. If you make baked tofu, you can put them on that. They're really, really good. This is sesame oil, and I'm almost out, but sesame oil is different than like an olive oil in that it has a very distinct flavor. And a little goes a long way. You can get a container like this for about $2. And then the last is tahini. And tahini, literally, if you look at the package, is sesame seeds ground up, just like you would ground peanut butter. It's these guys all ground up. And tahini is what you commonly add to things like hummus. So like a basic hummus recipe would be some chickpeas, some tahini, and, you know, garlic, lemon, olive oil, you're pretty much done. Okay, and lastly, I'm just gonna go through a few other things. These are the spicy foods: sriracha, hot sauce, rooster sauce, some people call it. It's got that rooster on there. Very, very spicy, but a really flavorful and inexpensive hot sauce. You're probably all familiar with that, but if you're not, go pick some up. It should be found in the Asian section of the market. These are chipotle peppers in adobo sauce, and I like to mix these up if I'm doing like a dressing or like black bean burgers, and a little of these go a long, long way. So take it easy with these guys, but they have a really good smoky, spicy flavor. This is balsamic vinegar, another great thing to have for dressings or marinades. You don't have to get anything super fancy. You can buy a bottle like this for like $2 at the store. And then agave, and I know agave is everywhere and everybody's talking about it, so I'm sure you can read up on agave nectar. But you would use this just like you would use sugar. I put this in my coffee. I don't even have sugar in the house anymore. If I'm baking, I use this. And this is just a lot better for people who are diabetic. You know, it's not going to mess with your blood sugar, but it does have calories, so, you know, you don't want to go too crazy with it. But it's a much better alternative to regular white table sugar. Alright guys, I hope that helps. You can make a lot of really tasty meals. As long as you have those ingredients on hand, all you're really going to need to buy is the food part of your meal. But I recommend, if you're trying to start stocking a vegan pantry, keeping all these things in. And thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support. I love when I open up my mailbox and I get emails from somebody that I don't know in person, but they found the blog and they're really into it. That just means the world to me. Thank you so much, and keep watching and reading Save the Kales. Stay tuned till next time. Bye!